Good morning, families. My name is Miss Teresa. I'm the director and owner of Steps to Success 5. Our two managers that work here are Miss Mariana and Miss Tina. We want to welcome you to tonight's parent orientation. We hope to see everyone there this Friday at 6:15. Obviously, we wanted to go over just a couple of housekeeping rules and some policies and procedures of the school. So we wanted to send out a quick video just to kind of give parents that information. After parent orientation, when you're done speaking with your respective teachers, if you have any questions about anything that we speak about right now, you can certainly stop by the office. We will be there to address any and all questions. So first things first, hours of operation. Our hours of operation are 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Our garage is open from 7:30 a.m. to 9 o'clock a.m. in the morning. So you are allowed to enter the garage, pull in. There's an attendant there that will certainly watch your vehicle while you run your child upstairs. If you plan on speaking with the teacher or taking an elongated amount of time up in the daycare, please make sure that you go and find street parking and that you are not blocking the driveway for other families trying to vacate. The hours of operation at night are from 5 to 6:30. So between those hours, you again are able to pull into the garage, park, come and pick up your child, and then exit in a timely fashion. Labeling of clothing. Obviously, the winter months are upon us. Everybody has the same jacket, the same slippers, the same jeans, the same t-shirts. So we're kindly requesting that all families please make sure to label each and every piece of your child's clothing. We cannot be responsible for your child's clothing if it is not labeled, because everybody has the same clothing, because all of you families shop at all the same places. Our sick policy. Okay, obviously we know children have the sniffles, sometimes they have allergies, and we completely understand that. But if in the morning your child wakes up and they have green sopley and they are coughing and their eyes are red and they're sneezing, please do not bring your child into school. If they have fever, diarrhea, vomiting, are really just acting completely out of sorts, not like themselves, please make sure to not bring them into school. Keep them home, monitor them. If they are fine by the end of the day and they're exhibiting no other symptoms, okay to come to school. But if they are still exhibiting symptoms, if they have really heavy green mucus, if they have a cough, keep them home, take them to the doctor, bring in a doctor's note in order for them to return to school. If a child is out 3 days, you will receive a call from a teacher or a teacher assistant, just kind of checking in, following up, seeing what's going on. You also must bring in a doctor's note. If your child is out for 3 or more days, you must bring in a doctor's note in order for your child to return to school. If your child is out for 1 day, let's say they have a 24-hour stomach bug, we completely understand. But again, if they are very sick and they are out for more than 3 days or 3 days, you must bring in a doctor's note in order for your child to return to school. If we obviously see any symptoms within the daycare, we are going to call you and ask for you to come pick up your child. Please try and do so in a timely fashion. We don't want your child to sit here miserable in our office with a high fever or vomiting. I understand some parents work in the city and it takes, 30 to 45 minutes to get here. We completely understand, but please make sure that if your child is sick and you can't get to them, that there are other arrangements made for somebody else to come pick up your child. Tuition. It's due on the 5th of every month. Everybody receives their invoice in their email the 28th of the month prior, and you're always paying for the month that you're in. We accept cash, check, or credit card. With a credit card, there is a $10 service fee, so you are more than welcome to even leave a credit card on file with us, and we will absolutely charge it on the 1st of every month. Drop off. So drop off time is no later than 9 a.m. We do like it when the children sit together and eat breakfast together. It creates community. If your child is, let's say, does not eat breakfast here and you feed them at home, then 9:30 a.m. is the latest drop off time. After 9:30, everyone cleans up and instruction does start. So if you're walking in the center after 9:30 a.m., you are interrupting instruction and your child is also missing that instruction. So again, we kindly request that all children are in no later than 9 a.m. Pickup time. Pickup time is 7 p.m., the absolute latest. We understand that things happen. We understand that trains get delayed or buses get delayed and there's inevitably traffic. We all live in New York. But please make sure you have other arrangements. If God forbid your child cannot get picked up at 7 p.m. or you feel like you're going to be late, please make sure that there are other arrangements made so that your child is picked up on time. Strollers. Strollers are located downstairs. You can store them for the day downstairs. If you are facing the elevator and you look to the left, there is a staircase. In that staircase is where your stroller storage or where your strollers can be stored. Please make sure that you fold them up so that you are not blocking the fire exit. We do tend to have fire drills, or God forbid there was something that happened within the building and we did need to vacate in a very orderly, quick fashion. We want to make sure that that exit is completely cleared, because that is one of our main exits for exiting if there was an emergency within the center. So please make sure that your strollers are not blocking that exit. Do not send food in with your child. We have a large amount of students, particularly this year, that have a variety of allergies, from seeds to nuts, dairy. I mean, just a large number of allergies. So if you're sending your child in, let's say, a snack in the morning, if they're getting dropped off early, please clear it with the teacher. Please make sure that there are no nuts, no seeds, nothing of any kind that could possibly cause an issue within the classroom. We'd prefer it if you didn't send any food in at all. And you can certainly ask your teacher if your child is getting dropped off, super early. Hey, can you just give them a piece of fruit until breakfast? That's perfectly fine. We'll do everything we can to accommodate you and your family. Cubbies. Every child has their own labeled cubby with their own labeled bin. We kindly ask that all parents make sure that their cubby is organized and neat, that you are not leaving extra items within the cubby, that all the children have weather appropriate clothing within their cubby. Obviously, the winter months are coming. They're here. Please make sure that your child has pants, long sleeve shirts, sweatshirts, couple changes of socks, underwear. Children have accidents. Sometimes they can have 2 accidents in a day. It may not be necessarily that they've had an accident where they're peeing on themselves, but they might spill soup on themselves. We want to make sure that we have multiple changes of clothing, just so that we can always make sure to keep your child clean and neat. Parking. Please do not block the driveway. We have neighbors. We need to be courteous to them. Oftentimes I get phone calls saying that our parents are blocking the driveway. You wouldn't want anyone to block your driveway at home. Please make sure to not block any of the surrounding driveways in our area. Homework. For most classes, 2s, 3s, 4s, and K, homework is given either on a daily or a weekly basis, depending upon your teacher and how she runs your particular class. Please make sure that you complete the homework and return it when it is due to be returned. For some classrooms, homework is given in a packet on a weekly basis, and it is asked to be returned the following Monday. For other classes, homework is on a nightly basis, and it must go back and forth to school every single night, and it must be completed. Obviously, your teachers will go over that within their parent orientation and let you know how their classroom runs, and I'm sure a lot of you already know as of now, but please make sure you complete the homework. It is an extension of what the teachers teach in class, and it'll give you also an idea of what your child is learning in class and kind of how they're doing. Orange communication folders. Those are folders that we use to strictly communicate with you, as well as send, whether it might be notes or homework or certain papers or projects that your children have completed in class. So please make sure that you're checking the orange communication folders nightly. Reading emails. Email is our primary form of communication with families. If you are not reading the emails, then you are not up to date with the information that we are sending out. Please make sure that when we send out an email, no matter if it applies to you or doesn't, there may be something within that email that does. So please make sure you read all communication that is sent to you. The Brightwheel app. So this is our first year using the Brightwheel app. Please make sure that you have downloaded the app, that you have uploaded your child's profile, that you have filled out all the necessary information, because that app is how you are going to receive pictures and also how you can communicate with your teachers. You might need to shoot your teacher a quick message asking them maybe how your child is doing. Maybe they had a rough morning, asking them about homework or a project or something that might have needed to be brought in. Please make sure that you are up to date with the Brightwheel app, that you are using it. If there's an issue with the Brightwheel app that you're having, please either email into the center or stop by the office and let us know, and we will do our best to fix it. Please be mindful when using the Brightwheel app. When you message a teacher, they are attending to the children, so they may not be able to respond immediately. So give them a little bit of time. As soon as they have a moment, I'm sure that they will respond. Medicals. Medicals are due every single year. So if you gave us a medical, hypothetically, last September, your medical we would need a new medical this September. Medicals for DOH only last 1 year. So if you have received an email from us stating that your medical is expired or is expiring, please make sure you have an updated medical. Please make sure that your child has received all of their necessary immunizations. And also please make sure that your child receives 1 flu shot by December 31st. That is the cutoff date. Every child must have their flu shot by December 31st. Let's see. Okay. Toys from home. So we know that sometimes children have difficulty coming into the classroom, and a toy from home may just be just the ticket for them to walk in. We understand that, but there has to be rules with toys. So if your teacher says, my class is allowed to bring toys into school because maybe they sleep with those toys just for nap time, but they must go in their cubby, then that is the rule and you must follow it. Toys cannot be brought to school and then played with in the classroom because inevitably it causes conflict. Another child doesn't want another child to touch their toy. Toys get lost or misplaced. Please do not bring any toys from home. If there is an agreement between you and your teacher that child, or your child specifically, sleeps with their toy, perfectly fine. But everyone has to be under the same understanding that the toy must be in their child's cubby until rest time, and after rest time, it must go back to their child's cubby. Sleeping bags. They get sent home every Friday. Please make sure that you are washing the sleeping bags prior to bringing them back in on Monday. It is for sanitary purposes. We want to make sure that we keep the center as clean as physically possible. So cleaning your sleeping bags on a weekly basis is absolutely necessary. Communication is absolutely key. If you have a situation, you are unhappy about something, you have a grievance with us, you have a compliment, whatever it may be, let us know. Communication is the primary foundation for a quality relationship. If we do not have good communication with our families, with our parents, grandparents, whoever it may be, we will not have a quality foundation. Don't let things boil up. Address them immediately. You may say in the moment, oh, it's not a big deal, I don't need to address it, it is what it is. No. Come in, have a conversation, let us know about it so that we can address it. I promise you, your child will not be treated any differently. Everybody needs to be just aware and courteous and think about the other person's side of things. And I think if we're all able to do that, then we can all have a very quality understanding and a quality relationship with one another. So if there is something that is bothering you or bugging you, something that you just can't get off, you just can't shake, please come into the office, have a conversation with us, talk with your teacher, let your teacher know, and I promise we will do our very best to rectify the situation. Workbooks. Workbooks are to go back and forth unless there is a specific way that your teacher is running her class. If she's sending workbooks home, like let's say on a weekly basis or just over the weekend, but workbooks are to go home back and forth to and from school on a daily basis. Report cards. Report cards go out November, March, and June. Obviously, this is a progress report of your child and how they have developed over a period of a year. The first report is obviously only from September to November, so you may not see this drastic improvement just yet. Usually the month of September is strictly a month of transitioning and getting the children comfortable, getting families comfortable, but I promise as time goes on, you will see an improvement across all content areas, social, emotionally, academically, physically, gross motor skills, but it is kind of a progress report of your child and how they have developed over the year. You are to sign the report card on the back where the comments are and return it to the teacher. And in June, when you get your final report card, it is yours to keep as a keepsake to kind of see how your child progressed while they were here with us at STEPS. That's all that we have in terms of trying to cover everything about our policies, our housekeeping rules. Again, if there is anything that our families need to discuss or suggest or are happy with, whatever it may be, please give us a phone call, stop by the office, pull me aside in the morning during intake, whatever it may be. Our doors are always open, and we always like to have a positive line of communication with all of our families. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and we will see you on Friday at 6:15. Have a good night. Bye-bye.